All right, welcome to Flagship Enterprise Podcast. I'm Fred Bays, the host, and I am here with Shay Shaw from SunShine and Cinnamon Cafe. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, Shay, you are one of our pitch finalists for our pitch coming up in February, on the 19th. And we're really excited about that. So tell us, what was it like being a part of this process, like applying and the selection committee, and just so far, what's it been like for you?
So anytime that you apply for something, you're like always holding in the back of your mind that you're probably not going to get this, but you want to put your best foot forward. Mm-hmm. So after we applied and I got the call that said that we were one of the 14 that got to pitch, I was like, oh my goodness. So this is a real possibility, which just inspires so much hope and excitement. And then when I got the call that said we were one of the finalists, I almost passed out. I was like, this is going to be fantastic. And it's been a super fun process.
Well, the other thing that's really cool is I remember last year you were one of the 12 we were considering and did not make the finalists, but were one of our alternates, I believe.
Yeah.
But then you applied again this year. I'm so glad you did. We had two people that last year didn't make it that this year became finalists. And so it just shows to keep working at it.
Yeah, it's hard. Mm-hmm. Once someone, you don't qualify or it's a no, you're putting yourself out there again. And it's like, okay, set myself up for disappointment. But that was not the case.
Yeah. So your cafe's in Alexandria.
Yep.
And can you tell us a little bit about the story of starting it and where you've come from with it?
So we looked for a place to open up a business for a couple years. And I had seen the cafe and I fell in love with the building. I fell in love with the location. We weren't from here. But I kept coming back to it. And so we negotiated for a couple years, finally came to an agreement, bought the building.
Now, was anything in the building at the time?
No.
Okay. Okay.
The bathroom and the sinks, that was it.
Okay.
Everything else was empty.
So it had been closed down for quite a while?
Yeah. Okay. It had been closed down for at least the 2 years that we negotiated on it.
Okay.
So knowing that one day I wanted to have a bakery restaurant kind of thing, we had purchased things along the way. So in our garage, we had sheet pans, we had a speed rack, we had a griddle, we had plates, we had silverware, we had things that we had bought along the way. And we found a place, we bought it, we started. We started in the middle of COVID. So it was kind of crazy.
Okay, so about 4 years ago?
5.
5 years ago now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We opened in October. We bought the building in June.
Okay.
Of 2020.
Okay. And so tell us a little bit about how you've really built an identity there in Alec with the community.
Yeah. It's, when you come in and you come in from a different place, like Alexandria's small town USA.
Yep.
So everybody knows everybody. Everybody, when they come in, if they have a question about somebody, have they been here today? How are they feeling? Stuff like that. So coming in as outsiders, we weren't really sure how we were going to be welcomed or, if people were going to give us a chance. But the good thing is that the best way to someone's heart is through their stomach. So we have, our grand opening was great. We had people from all over come, and just steadily we have repeat customers. We have more customers coming in from Noblesville, Fishers, Indianapolis. People come down from Huntington, Fort Wayne. So we're kind of in the middle for meeting places for people from the north and the south. But people just come now because they like us and they like the food.
And you're kind of located on a pretty busy both roads.
Right.
Right? 28, State Road 28, right?
Yes. And we're right near the intersection of 9 and 28.
Yeah. So you get north-south traffic,
Yeah.
east-west traffic. Do you get a decent amount of people that are just driving through and stop?
Yeah. We have people that actually Google because they're like coming through the small town or, coming near best places for coffee or for breakfast. So we have people that have stopped in from Minnesota, like people from all over. Our furthest customers have come from Japan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what brought you here to the United States and then to Ellick?
Well, I was born in the United States.
You were, okay.
Yeah. But to Alec was the building.
Okay.
Like I said, we were from Fort Wayne, and we looked at many different places up there. We looked at places in Elwood. We looked at places everywhere. Now, I have a family home close to down here.
Okay.
So it was, a transition period. But once I saw this building, this is the one I just knew was for me.
Okay. So, starting a business and growing a business in a Main Street, restaurant is not easy.
No.
And the statistics are challenging that the first year, 90% of businesses fail. And then after that, 5 years later, 90% of those are gone. So it's not easy.
Right.
What have been some of your biggest challenges that you've pushed through that you're proud of?
Just the time and dedication really that it takes. I mean, until someone starts a business, I don't think that they really understand the amount of hours that you put in. Like, I will go when it's dark, I'll go home when it's dark, and then I'll still have 3 or 4 hours of stuff that I need to do for the next day. So if you're going to open a business, you're going to have to be committed to it. Like 100%. I dream about it like at night, like any problem, anything, new that I want to try, or, just another one of the big things is the cost of goods, the cost of our ingredients. That's been a super, super challenge. The economic, I don't know, it's not an economic affluent town, right? So it's more.
And there's not huge margins in the restaurant
No.
business.
No.
Yeah.
So when we started, we got 3 dozen eggs for $2, right? That changed. It went up to about $11 for 3 dozen at one point, maybe even 15. So the fluctuations in the market and being able to keep prices down for our customers. A lot of them are older. They live on, Social Security, fixed incomes. You can't, charge what you would charge in Indianapolis, in Alexandria, even though your costs are the same.
Sure.
So that's been a big deal.
What's your what's a typical day of the amount of people that come through? You have breakfast and
Breakfast
lunch,
and lunch.
and then you have one night that's a dinner.
Yeah, we have one night that's a dinner.
Yeah. What's how many can you hold, and what's a typical day of how many people you serve and go through?
We probably do 35 customers on average a day without dinner.
Okay.
Dinners we do between 50 and 80.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
And that's just, that might just not be a customer, but a sale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if there's 4 customers within that 35, that's that.
Yeah. And you have a small staff?
Yes, we have 2 part-time employees. We are looking for a third. If we do get this refrigeration unit, that will make a huge difference in not only the amount of people that we can serve, the things that we can have on our menu, and also additional staff.
So tell us about this. This is your pitch of what you're wanting to expand through. Tell us about that.
So we have a very small kitchen, and we have 1 refrigerator and 1 cooler and a regular freezer. That's it. So when you come in and we say it's made fresh, that is exactly what we mean, because there is no storage. Everything is made today. It's made, and every day we have to go to the store. We have to go to the store. We're in the Alexandria, so we either have to go to Muncie, to Marion, or to Anderson to go shopping. So you're looking at 30 minutes one way wherever you go. Then we're looking at another 2.5, 3 hours to get everything we need for the next day. So we're talking 4.5 hours every day after we close, after we clean up, that we have to go to the store and purchase everything for the next day.
So you're looking to get a big commercial unit?
Yes.
And would that allow a week's worth of supplies?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The unit, units come, we're looking at like an 8x10 or a 6x10, just something where we can buy all the sausage for the week, all the bacon for the week, all the potatoes, the onions, everything like that. We can buy in bulk so we can get it at a lesser cost, which then helps us keep the cost down for our customers.
So that's going to save a huge amount of time.
Huge amount of time. The amount of stuff that I could bake with an extra 20 hours a week is ridiculous. I mean, it's huge.
Sure. And then you had mentioned also that will also allow you to get a little bit more seating.
Well,
with the way you'll do things?
Yeah, we can take we have a little pop cooler out front. We can take that out. We can put in another table.
Okay.
We could potentially take the other little cooler that we have out there and put in another table. Right now it seats 20, so 22 or 24 is a big deal. In the summertime, we have the patio, which has another 20 seats out there.
Okay.
So that's good in the summer, but we still need the refrigeration in order to keep up with the people on the patio in the summer.
Sure.
Everybody's like, you need more room. You need to, enclose that out there. Well, that would be great. But at our current refrigeration system, we can't do that because we don't have the capacity to serve that many people on the limited space for refrigeration that we have right now.
Sure. So Shay, we talked a little bit about how it's not easy to start a business and you have to push through things. What's your why? Why do you do what you do? Everybody's got a why.
Everybody does have a why. Mine is my grandma. So, and when I was a little girl, as soon as I could stand on a chair and stir, that's what I did. She had a restaurant before I was born, so cooking was a big deal for her, and she was the oldest of 10 kids that lived through the Depression. So for holidays and birthdays, your present was always food. Your gifts were food. They weren't things bought at a store or wrapped with a bow. So she made breads and cakes and strudel and stuff like that. And I got to see as a child the joy that brought to people. It's something that something that's handmade, something that comes from the heart, something that tastes good, something that builds memories. It's something that you can pass down. It's not something you can buy in a store. So that's really why I do it. I fell in love with it when I was a kid.
Do you have some of her recipes?
I do. Yeah. Yep.
What's your favorite?
Her Texas chocolate sheet cake.
Okay.
That is everyone in my family, that is the cake that they got for their birthday. Every time, without fail. No one wanted anything else. That's what they wanted.
I'm sure you have a couple staple meals at your place.
For breakfast or for dinner?
Either, or lunch.
So breakfast, our definite go-to is biscuits and gravy.
Okay.
We are actually going to the Gravy Bowl competition at the end of February in Louisville to enter that. But we make the biscuits fresh every day. We make the gravy fresh every day. Everything's made from scratch. Now, our dinners, we do something every Thursday. We do something different, but we do have some menus that repeat.
Yeah.
This last week, we did chicken pot pie, and that is one of our top ones. We do chicken pot pie, homemade butter bread, and we made baked apples with it. So our meal is complete. And another one of ours is goulash. Everybody loves the goulash. It's more of a comfort food thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not, we've done a couple little fancier things, but most of the time it's that stuff that you had when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Like I just read this article. It had all these meals that you haven't seen since the late 70s, early 80s. And when I read this, I was like, this is what I have for Thursday dinners. So it was kind of funny that I'm like, well, yeah, we still have that here. Tetrazzini, pot pie, lasagna, spaghetti, just stuff like that.
Okay, it's about lunchtime, and it's cold out, and a pot pie would be really good right now.
It would be really good. It would be really good.
If people are interested in finding out where SunShine Cinnamon Cafe is, where can they find you?
So we're on State Road 28, again, towards the intersection of 9 and 28. Our address is 120 East Cleveland Street, even though it's on a highway. You can also check us out on our Facebook page, SunShine and Cinnamon Cafe. And then, of course, we're very popular with Google. So we're on their map.
Okay. So can people order through, like if they find you on Google, can they order something to pick up?
Not yet.
Okay.
We have, again, this goes back to the fact that we have limited refrigeration.
Yep.
I don't know that I could, keep up with the orders that would come in online along with the orders right in front of us.
So this could potentially open a whole other stream of
Yes.
revenue for you. Sure. Definitely.
Because, DoorDash has been contacting us,
Sure.
Grubhub, stuff like that, Uber Eats.
Sure.
But again, I don't have the capacity to do any of those things. Take those orders along with the people that are in front of me.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Well, Shailene, thanks for taking a few minutes today to talk. I'm excited about what you're doing and to be able to hear your pitch coming up.
well, thank you so much. Thanks for having us, and we're so happy to be a part of this.
All right. Well, again, I hope you join us on February 19th at 6 o'clock here at Flagship for the pitch event. It starts at 5:30 with hors d'oeuvres, and then the event starts at 6, and it's going to be a great night. So hope you can join us and have a great evening.
Thanks for listening to the Flagship Podcast, sponsored by Pinnacle Systems. Visit our YouTube channel for the full-length video podcast, or find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. New podcasts are posted every month, featuring local leaders from Central Indiana. For more content, follow us on social media at Flagship Enterprise Center. Until next time, thanks for listening.